pleasure for me to be here today. Bill and I go back a long, long way. And it doesn't seem like that long, but it seems like I've just known him all my life. And his family's very special to me also. Let me just tell you something about this morning. Can you hear me back there? How about now? I got up this morning in Knoxville, Tennessee at 6 a.m. I went out, and Woody can tell you that's unusual. I went out to my car, got my dog. I've got a 130-pound bulldog named Harry Truman. We've got a little female named Bess. I put him in the car, cranked it, locked my keys in the car, running with my dog inside.
Oh my gosh.
And if you ever had a dog look at you and just look at you like, well, you can't fix stupid. It's a wonderful, wonderful pleasure for me to be here today. Let me just say this, and I want the resolution read and present Bill one of the signs. I've served with Bill a long time. My daddy served with him on the planning commission. He served in the state house with me. And we had a great, Buddy Darton was there, Joe Mack Wilson and Carl Harrison. A lot of great names who helped to build this county. And I'll tell you something, even though Bill's smiling all the time and he likes to play music, a lot of people don't know that through his smile, he is one of the most serious persons as far as getting something done for Cobb County down there, and always, always was one of the nucleus, part of the nucleus that got something done. A level head and a smart man. In addition to that, he's a wonderful friend and has a wonderful family. So every now and then you do things you don't particularly care for in the 32 years I've been there. But you know what? It's a pleasure to do something you want to do. And I'd name more than a bridge after you. Because I can't.
Let's get Steve.
Well, I can't see. I can't. This, by the way, this is going to be changed later in this session to Representative Bill Atkins. I think that would be better, and I talked to Bill about it. So we're going to change it next year. So guys, I'm afraid people might not know which Atkins we're talking about. Somebody told me, said, didn't they name a restaurant downtown after him? Congratulations, you deserve more.
Thank you very much. On behalf of my dad, I accept it. I don't care what the sign says as long as it doesn't say Memorial.
Amen to that.
Well, thank you, Steve. Thank you very much. And it really is an honor, and I appreciate you. And one thing I wanted to say, he talks about my political career. You know, Steve was a Democrat in the Senate, and Doug Stoner is a Democrat in the Senate, and they still saw fit to honor me with this bridge. And people said, how did those Democrats end up honoring you? And I said, well, it's like when I was in the General Assembly, and it's like a guy that went to a masquerade party one New Year's Eve, and he decided he'd dress like the devil, so he put on a devil costume, started out for the party, and he got lost and got on a back road, and it was raining and storming and lightning, and he just didn't know where he was, so he saw this light up ahead on a hill that had a little church, country church there, so he went up to the church and knocked on the door, and they were having a watch night service, New Year's Eve, and just as he knocked on the door, there's a big bolt of lightning and thunder, and the door just flew open, and people started jumping out the windows, going outdoors, and everything, because they looked back there and saw this devil standing there. So everybody left except this one little old lady, and she was kind of wedged in her seat, and the devil went up to her, and she said, Mr. Devil, let me tell you something. I've been a member of this church for 50 years. I never miss a prayer night. I can't hear me back there, you're lucky. She said, I've never been, I've been a member of this church for 50 years. I've been to every prayer service they have. I attended every worship service. I've given them a lot of my money, but I was on your side the whole time. apologize to my pastor over there. Richard, one other thing too, if you'll notice, that's an old resolution that Steve read, because I'll be remiss and just because now I'm a member of Macklin Baptist Church, and I'm sure that I appreciate all you Methodists being here.
Yeah, really.
Everybody makes mistakes.
But I think I saw the light. So, and one other thing, I want to recognize one of my best buddies from the Baptist Church here in Smyrna, Councilman Pete Wood. And Pete, stand up and say hello, because Pete and I have been friends since. And we have Ron Fennell over here that was in the legislature with me from years and years ago, and he's living over in the 7th Ward now, and Ron is running for Pete's seats, and Pete's not running for re-election. Appreciate all of you coming out. This is a great, great honor for me, and y'all just blow your horn when you go across this bridge. And again, I appreciate Doug Stoner and Senator Steve Thompson, and Steve wants to say one other thing. You know, you can't.
I think you can hear it. DOT has a new policy where they put the signs up on top of the bridge where you see them when you cross this way and this way on top of the bridge. And they stopped putting them down there on 75. Well, the whole thing is we want people all over the world to see Bill Atkins, you know, if somebody hadn't. And so we're going to work on that and see if we can't get it corrected and get it done the way it ought to be done. I thought I'd tell you in case I get 1,000 phone calls. Thank you.
And you know, one other thing, and I'll hush, but they mentioned Bill Atkins band. I'm glad to have my Bill Atkins band with me, Leonard and Donnie and Terry with me tonight. And nobody believes this, but we've been together for 20 years, so that's great. And my lovely grandchildren back there is Ari and Ryder and Tanner. Paige and Dad's children, and they've been with me quite a while. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll get it back to Peter.
Closing, I just want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for Howard's doing such a great job for all of us in hosting, and drive safely when you head back to work or gone home. Thank you all again.
Wow, you got mentioned several times.
Of course. We're the most important people here. What do you expect?
There you go.
Say the best for last.
My God, this is longer than Bill is old. Okay, dedicating certain portions of the state highway system and for other purposes. Whereas Bill Atkins, born in Tate, Georgia on August 6th, to Austin and Gladys Atkins, has been recognized in the 24th edition of Who's Who in the World as worthy of recognition, along with notable leaders and achievers from all walks of life, whose contributions have made a lasting impact on the political, cultural, business, academic frameworks of America and the world. And whereas this esteemed member of the House of Representatives from 1982 to 94 served his constituents well as members of the Appropriations, Regulated Beverages, and Industry Committees. And whereas his Bachelor of Science degree in Pharmacy from Mercer University was of great use to him as the Director of Drugs and Narcotics Agency of the state of Georgia, a position which he retired from in 2008. Whereas Mr. Atkins possesses a wide range of talents and abilities, which include being lead vocalist of the Bill Atkins Band. Whereas this devoted husband and father of 2 children and 2 stepchildren still finds time to be involved in his community through his service to the First United Methodist Church, the administrative board to Mercer University School of Pharmacy on the Board of Directors, Bronner Hospital on the Governing Board, and Smyrna Hospital on the Long Range Planning Board. And whereas he honorably served his country in the United States Army Medical Service Corps from 1955 to 1957. And whereas others have recognized his talents and contributions by honoring him with awards such as the Smyrna Oakdale Moose Lodge 1993 with Mr. Cobb County Award, Cobb County Clean Commission in 1992 with the One of a Kind Award, Cobb County in 1992 with the Statesman of the Year Award, the American Cancer Society in 1991, the Recipient Appreciation Plaque, Personal Care Homes of Georgia in 1991 with the Legislator of the Year Friendship Award, and the Cobb County Bar Association in 1991 with the Liberty Bell Award. And whereas in addition to the Pharmacist of the Year in Georgia award he received from Phi Delta Chi in 1978, he has also received numerous awards throughout the years for his dedication and service to the pharmacy profession. And whereas Bill Atkins is a shining example of the important impact that the efforts of one individual can have on the citizens of his community, his state, his country, and even the world, and it is abundantly fitting and proper that his superlative accomplishments be recognized by the dedication of a bridge in his name in honor of these accomplishments. Now therefore be it resolved by the General Assembly of Georgia that the members of this body join in recognizing and honoring William Atkins Sr. for his outstanding service to his community and to the state of Georgia, and dedicate the bridge over I-75 North at Windy Hill Road in Cobb County as the William Austin Atkins Sr. Bridge. Be it further resolved that the Department of Transportation is authorized and directed to erect and maintain appropriate signs dedicating the road facilities named in this resolution. Be it further resolved that the Secretary of the Senate is authorized and directed to transmit appropriate copies of this resolution to the Department of Transportation and to William Austin Atkins Sr.